Hey guys, what's up? It's olivershutterspeed here again with another photoshoot behind the scenes. And today I did a couple photoshoot with Leah and Lucas in the city, and we were also using my Sony a6000 and my 85mm 1.8, and of course I also had my Sigma 30mm 1.4 as my backup lens with me. And in this photoshoot we also wanted to give you some simple tips on how you can pose couples. So there's a lot of content today in this video, and to begin this video, when we started this photo shoot, we started doing portraits at these stairs, and my first advice for you is when you shoot couples is to also kind of analyze what kind of couple you're shooting with, because a lot of couples are different. Some couples like to cuddle, some like to, just laugh, and some couples are even like bros. So make sure you first of all see how the vibe is, so you can, for example, let the couple talk, have a conversation, and then you do some portraits, capture the moment. This is very important. And one big tip I got for you is, and this sounds like, pretty familiar, I guess, to you, but it does really work. So what I like to do is I like to ask the couple if they can like kiss each other, because the good thing about like kissing each other is that both of the models, they release endorphins, and this is very good, especially when you're shooting at the beginning of the photo shoot, and you warm up, because when you feel good about yourself, this really also is visible then on the portraits. And another thing when you shoot couple photos is also to look also in the background. Is there something disturbing? For example, what I noticed was that there was also like a bin in the background, and I didn't see that bin until I was looking onto my LCD screen. So also make sure when you photo shoot couples is that you also choose the right environment, that you don't shoot somewhere where it's very dirty or something where there's something in the background which, distracts from the portrait. So bear that also in mind. And there's also another thing I wanted to tell you, and this is that, for example, when I was shooting with both of my lenses, sometimes I was a bit confused, because a lot of times I was shooting with my Sigma lens, and then I was like, okay, now I can actually use my 85mm 1.8, because here I have then more blurry background. And this was sometimes a bit confusing and a bit overwhelming, because when you shoot with two lenses, you always think about what lens should I use next, and this, can also distract from the photo shoot. So also what I noticed was that because I was then switching my lenses, I also got a bit of dust onto my sensors. So my advice for you on your next photo shoot is that if you can, just shoot with one lens, maybe your favorite and also best lens, but don't go into photo shoot with 10 lenses, and then you are okay, I have my 85mm and here I got my 10mm lens. So make sure you also, focus on the photos and not too much on the gear, because gear is secondary. So after that location, we switched it up again because we wanted to go somewhere different. And we saw this farm, and we wanted to do some portraits where also both of the models were touching each other's forehead. And you can also, for example, do portraits here where you let the models touch each other's nose. So this is also very cute when you, let them look into their eyes and also touch their nose. So you can also, for example, do full body shots where, for example, the male model is touching the waist from the model, and the female model is, for example, touching the chest of the male model. This also looks pretty cool. And you can also, for example, do horizontal portraits here. This also, is good, for example, if the model wants to put this one onto a wall or something, because horizontal portraits are very good for hanging in your room. So this is also a good tip for you. And my last advice for you is when you do for example, sunset portraits and couple photos at the same time, is that you let the model, for example, one of the models hug the other model, and both then look together into the sun. And this looks pretty cool, I believe. And also make sure when you do for example, also couple photos, is not to, have a too high aperture, because when you shoot, for example, on 1.4, it sometimes can happen that you only have one person in focus. So make sure you lower a bit your aperture to around 3.0, because then you have both in focus. Because sometimes it happens to me when I shoot two models, is that one person is in focus because I just shot at 1.4, and the other person is blurred out because, of the shadow depth of field. So just be careful when you, shoot two models, that you always, make sure you have the right aperture. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this photo shoot behind the scenes, and also again, huge thank you to Leah and Lucas for being the models. I had a lot of fun shooting with both of them. And yeah, we wanted to also photo shoot in the summer again, so there will be another couple photo shoot coming soon. And also to you guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself and see you next time. Bye.